Good day to you, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. This is the Aaron Roussos Podcast. Today's podcast is brought to you by the letter J and the number 7, because I love the number 7. It's one of my favorite numbers. Not because I was born on the 7th, I just like the energy of 7. So today, what I wanted to talk to you about today is obviously how much human conditioning has affected you and collectively has ultimately decided on our human nature. So human nature, humanism, the way we are now, our human nature, is a result of us absorbing things through our 5 senses, banking them, putting it as a subset of beliefs, and then living our lives by those beliefs. So if we're in a system and we're going along, and that system in itself honors the system, meaning it's very hard to move outside of that system, then there's not much freedom involved, which then we start teetering on the negative side of energy. Okay, so we've all got positive and negative sides. Certain things that we do can err on that side of negativity. So I guess the reason why, I'm talking about conditioning is because ultimately it is the ultimate reason why no one on planet Earth wants to heal themselves of a generalized anxiety disorder that I did back in 2018 that I'm giving the program away for free. No one humanly is conditioned, to accept this information or to accept that there could be something out there. So obviously if something's been the same for so long and that's all you've seen for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200 years, the likelihood of that, a new something coming to light is very minimal. But also by conditioning ourselves to be closed off and limited in that way also counteracts and keeps us there as well. So not only have we been conditioned not to be open to receiving beautiful new discoveries or to look outside the box for the answers to them, we're also conditioned to stay within those lines, those lanes, as to not go looking for anything. So, some people that do become a little bit enlightened or aware or wake up or have an awakening, they're saying, oh, everyone's asleep. That's what they mean. You're just not aware of the truth or the truth that is available to us, because we're happy to take the spoon-fed version that is in what we call mainstream. So the majority of people are being programmed through TV. This human conditioning comes from our peers, parents, teachers, television, anywhere where we're sort of taking in information from those senses, from all those different sources. So mainstream is a narrative that's presented to us, and it's very similar all around the world. So conditioning, so part of the process of me becoming a magnificent human being and tapping into these new superpowers or things that have always has been available to us, we just haven't unlocked it. All of these things, the first thing that I had to do was drop the structure and the human conditioning that I'd been tied to all my life. That wasn't an easy fix. We're not talking about turning a tap off here. We're talking about finding something that is not meant to be there, sitting in the pain of it and understanding it and developing it and transmuting it and processing it until you have dealt with it sufficiently, holistically. Okay, we do not, as human beings, deal with anything holistically, and that's why we don't have the full answer to anything across any field of development on Earth, because we have never taken into consideration the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay, so if you look at some of the biggest incurable diseases on the earth, we're pretty much just treating the physical aspects of that illness. Maybe a little bit of, mental in some respects. But you, because of this energy, consciousness as energy, it can be measured. We're talking about real energy here. So because of this energy, we have we have an infinity. We have an infinite number of possibilities. We're all, born magnificent. We all have this. We're all born in the same system. We just don't know how it all works. And to be honest, the system that we're part of with reincarnation, when you learn it, maybe like I did, you're just going to go, oh, is that it? A lot of the times on my spiritual journey, rising in consciousness and getting to the heights I am, which is at the top of the tree on Earth, there is no one presently that has reached the energetic levels of awareness in consciousness that I have. So the higher you go, the more you're aware, the more you see things, the more you understand core truth, the more things that were all designed in the system become clear. So a lot of the times when I have found new discoveries to old problems using something new, or adding compassion and kindness to old problems, the answer has always been, I want to say logical, but logical is the mind and trying to logically work something out. But this is a bit of a spiritual knowing. It's like you get to a certain level of understanding the system we're part of, and then you can apply certain filters to that to understand whether it's true or not. So if you know what the energy, that there is no such God that can punish and judge you. All the judgment is within yourself. The duality of life, all the evil things that man has ever done is all down to man. There is no external entity or evil spirits that can make you do anything against your will. So we've got the picture wrong so far. But when you do get it right, then you can go, well, I know what this energy is like. Is it involved in this? And it become quite clear that it's either is or isn't. And it's quite an interesting process. So I guess a lot of humans on Earth, and I've probably been guilty of it before as well, we just tend to accept the lot we've given, and we've become very human conditioned not to want to find this newness. So that's all I want to get on with today, and just say, look, it is part of a process, and listening to this is part of the process, because when you listen to things like this, you can open your mind, you can go to places, and you can start that personal quest or journey that you're on. Everyone's on a personal journey. And look, the human conditioning is a big problem. Well, no, it's not a big problem. It is the biggest problem for the limited human being. So if you want to unlimit yourself, then you need to be listening to things like this. Because I can tell you it might be uncomfortable and quite, slow, uncomfortable pain to go through this and process and think of, but when you come through on the other side, imagine the benefits of being able to do things that you've never been able to do and not limit yourself or not even put some conditions on yourself. You'll be completely open. And it's energy. Imagine what the energy of being open and receptive to receiving something is a lot better than closing parts off and only little bits getting through. So, human conditioning, let's get rid of it. And let's find out who we are. Let's go for the true self. When you do drop the structure and you do understand about this structure, here you go, buddy. When we find out about this structure and we do want to get rid of it, people that go through it, when they're left with the true self, right? No conditioning, just if you were just born on this earth and you weren't influenced by anything else, it's called the true self. Every single person that has met this true self of themselves absolutely falls in love with it. You cannot not love who you are. It's just that you don't know who you are at the moment because you've become something. You've become a product of your environment. This is the Aaron Roussos Podcast. I hope you have a fantastic day, night, evening, wherever you are, all around this big rock. Ciao.